So, hi everybody. It's great to talk with you. I just had the wonderful good fortune of a conversation with Abu Eesa, and he asked me to continue this on the camera. Though my field of expertise is negotiation. And negotiation, you might think, is something that just the business person does in the confines of a private room, or the political leaders do in the confines of their summits. In fact, you are negotiating all the time. You are negotiating with your family, with your friends over where to go for lunch. You're negotiating on the job. You're negotiating in the school systems all the time. And the question is, how do you negotiate most effectively? There's a science to this. Ultimately, I believe it is an art at core. And one of the big challenges that I focus on is how do you deal with the emotional dimensions of negotiation, of conflict? So let's say that you are negotiating a difficult situation, a difficult issue with a friend, a family member. How do you deal with the emotions that are there inside of you, inside of the other person, as you say, yes, I want to do this, and the other side says, no way, buddy, no way. And what we've found is that there are about 5 different things that tend to stimulate a lot of the emotions that come up in your negotiations. Let me quickly run down the list just to share these with you. So think about a conflict in your own life that you've recently gotten into. First, did you feel appreciated by the other side? So did you feel heard and understood and valued? Or did you feel like that other side was saying, just look, you don't get it. Second core concern that we all have is for affiliation, connection, belonging. It's that sense where you feel close to someone. And the moment we get into conflicts, we often start to see that other person as the enemy, the adversary. When in fact, what's often most useful is to say, how can I turn that other person from an adversary into a partner? It's not easy, but there are ways to do it. Third of our core concerns that stimulate a lot of emotions is autonomy. This is often a sensitive word, so let me share what I mean by it. It's the freedom to do what you want without feeling like someone else is telling you what to do. So you might have a wonderful idea. You share that idea with someone else, but you share the idea in this way. You say, look, I have this wonderful idea. It's great for you. It's great for me. Take it or leave it. Maybe it is a wonderful idea, but the moment you say take it or leave it, that other side is probably more likely to leave it. Their autonomy feels impinged upon. Core concern number 4 is status. Do you feel treated with respect? Up? Down? Diminished? All has an impact on your emotions. And the 5th of these core concerns is role. Do you have a fulfilling role, a meaningful role in your interactions with your family, in your conflict situations, in your negotiations? Or do you feel like you're just digging ditches to fill them up again? No real purpose to the role you're playing. So these 5 core concerns we found offer a lot of insight ultimately into why negotiations aren't going as well as they can, and why they could go and how they could go better. So when you find yourself in that conflict situation tomorrow with someone you love or on the job, run through these 5 core concerns. Is that other person failing to appreciate you? Are they pushing down your status and so on? And then ask yourself the tough question, how might you be failing to appreciate them? How might you, whether you mean it or not, be diminishing their status, making them feel put into a corner in terms of autonomy, and so on? Anyway, I didn't mean this to turn into an academic lecture. I hope it's ultimately useful. And Abu Eesa, thank you so much for the opportunity to talk with all of those with whom you are connected. Thank you.